So I got to play with the prototype camera developed by Sony for the F1 movie, and this thing is far more interesting than I thought. I also chatted with First AC Dan Ming and director Joseph Kaczynski on bringing this incredible movie to life. I think a lot of us assumed that this camera was basically a version of the Sony Venice 2, which is an expensive cinema camera that's pretty much only reserved for Hollywood filmmaking. But it turns out they put an FX3 sensor in this camera. Essentially, this camera is a stripped down FX3 with no in-body image stabilization. It's just a sensor in a block. In order to create that immersion and that on-the-track experience, they had to mount these things all over a race car, so they had to be small and light, which is why even the remote head that allowed them to pan was developed custom with Panavision as well.
You look at these, you'll notice everything has been milled out, and every piece of metal that we could get out, we did, because they wanted to drive fast, and every 10 kilograms equals 0.3 seconds of lap time.
Now, the rest of this film was shot on the Sony Venice 2, and so the sensor in this camera had to cut with the Venice 2 seamlessly in IMAX. And that's why this is so interesting, because the FX3 is a camera that you and I can buy to make YouTube videos, and it's being used on probably the biggest film of the year, which is why I asked director Joseph Kaczynski what he thinks about the future of filmmaking and technology.
There is no barrier to creating great imagery. It's always it's about story, it's about ideas, it's about a point of view, it's about making something that only you can make. But it's very exciting that young filmmakers have access to these tools to make incredible imagery.
And I think this film is really exciting, and you should definitely go check it out as soon as you can on the biggest screen that you can find.
Down the inside, contact!